loves, so today we're going to do my September favorites. Of course, as always, I'm a little bit late this month, but it's been a crazy month. September is just a very long month. One thing after another, you know those months?
Years.
Not really. It's just been like a month of where one thing happens after another, after another, after another, and it's just like, it's been crazy. And I know a lot of people have been wondering where all of my tutorials have been. I put up 2 different fall tutorials on the Glam Booth TV channel, so there haven't been as many tutorials here on my channel, but this next month you're probably going to get sick of seeing the tutorials because there's going to be so many Halloween tutorials. I filmed this look so that tutorial will be up very soon. I have a lot of things that I want to film this month and hopefully I will get to them. I am going to be in and out of town too in the next week, so I will do my best. It's hard. Life's really busy. As most of you know, I do work full time. It takes a lot of time to edit every single video. I know that the last few videos have been really short, but it's all I really had time to film at all or like put together at all in the past few weeks. There's been a lot of personal, stressful things going on, but hopefully things are on the up and up, and in the next month, hopefully lots of tutorials. Yes. And still, let me know what Halloween tutorials you want to see. I have a whole list of ones that I want to get to, but that list can change. So if there's any that you guys really want to see that aren't on the list, hopefully I can do those for you. And it's very clear that I changed my hair a little bit. It's not too huge of a change. There's just no longer purple in it. I just needed a little bit of change. In the RVP fashion extensions, I do have a video coming very soon all about hair. If you guys have any additional questions, leave them down below and I will answer them for you about like my hair. I get asked about my hair pretty much every single video that I put up, so just leave those down below if you have any additional hair questions for me. Anyway, this is a long intro. Alright, so let's get into the favorites. This I've only had for a couple weeks, but I am completely in love with it. It is so good. I almost didn't get it, but I decided to. I asked you guys which ones you were most excited for, and this is one of the ones that everyone was so excited for. I am going to film a little review after this, so I won't say too much, but it is so good. Like, look at this palette. Look at this. Every color you could possibly need. And like, it has these nice oranges and yellows and like burgundy. Perfect colors for fall. There's the nice neutrals in the middle. There's just a little bit of everything. So excited about this palette. I love this. I'm really glad that I got it. And I did use this palette for this tutorial that is coming very soon. Yes, I won't say too much, but it's amazing. So another palette that I used a ton over the last month is the Stardust palette from Too Faced and Vegas Nay. Oh, you can already see it's kind of well loved. Love, love, love. I've been wearing this shade a whole bunch, doing a really simple look with just like, that is my transition shade, that in the crease, and then that on the lid has been so easy. And it's nice that there's a light shade for brow bone highlight in there that is not super shimmery. So really love this little palette. It's beautiful. I know a lot of people have been requesting a tutorial with this palette. I will definitely try and get that done for you. It's going to be really hard over the next month because I'm going to have so many Halloween tutorials. I usually do a ton of Halloween tutorials in October and then try and do all of the like holiday palette tutorials in November. So this was kind of pre-holiday, but so I'll try and get a quick look up for this one. Yes, so I'll try. But yeah, beautiful palette. I will swatch a couple really quick. I do have a whole video on this guy as like my first impression, but like this guy, oh, look how beautiful that is. Like, I will never get over how gorgeous that shade is. The only one that wasn't like a super hit for me was the strip, which I swatched right there, but it's really hard to see, especially compared to that guy who's so pigmented. But it's a really beautiful shade. It's just not as pigmented as I would like it to be. But I love the mattes in this palette. They are so good. So good. Totally right up my alley with like the like caramely browns and burnt reds. Double tap, which is the burgundy in the palette. It's like a brown burgundy. It looks more burgundy in the pan than it does when you put it on your eye. So yes, love this little palette so much. I do have a new primer that I've been loving. I bought this exclusively to use on my nose and kind of in my T-zone. As I said before, I went from having the world's driest skin of life for so long. And I still have dry skin all around here, but my nose over the past year, I don't know what it's been, I think just from living here back on the east side of Washington for a couple years, like my skin is readjusted and now my nose is like an oily mess. I never used, like my entire life, I feel like maybe when I was a teenager I had to powder, but I never really had to powder up until like the last year. And especially in the last few months, I don't know what it is, but just my nose does not want to keep product on it. This has definitely helped. I have found that some days I don't have to powder, especially when I use it in combination with one of the next things I'm going to show you. But this is the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. So good. The only thing I have to say, this is like the mini version. So I think it was like 15 or 20, I don't remember. But the only thing that stinks is after I got it, there is a little slit. It popped open on the end. So the product comes out right there. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Popped out. But it hasn't gotten dried out right there. It seals itself pretty well. So I've just honestly been popping it out of the end instead of out of the other side, because if I try and squeeze it out of the actual top of the tube, it pops out the end anyway. So I probably should email them and let them know that my product was defective, but I hate returning things. I'm so bad at it. So I'll probably use it anyway. But it's a really great primer, and it's definitely made a difference. You can feel it like sucking up the oil as you put it on. There's something about the formula. Really fantastic primer. I wouldn't want to use this all over my face though, because it really does feel like it dries out. But my makeup probably lasts for a good like 6 to 8 hours before I do have to powder, which is nice. Let's see. So the next thing, I have like rediscovered this foundation. This is the Maybelline Dream Wonder foundation. Mine is in 10 Porcelain Ivory. Anyway, there's something about this foundation that definitely it adheres to your skin. I think it's the alcohol that's in it, which some people might not like, but there's something about this. It just like sets to your skin. You don't even really need a powder with it. I usually do still powder my T-zone because I've had this like unusual oily nose lately, but this has definitely made a bit of a difference. If I use these two together, I do mix this with Manic Panic Dream Tone, and I've been mixing it with this Royale BB cream. It's the BB Beyond the Solution. There's only, I think, one shade. There was no option, but it's light enough. If I mix some Dream Tone in it, it's just a little bit too dark. The combination of this guy, the BB cream to kind of add a little bit of moisture back in, and then Manic Panic Dream Tone. So this combination right here, I've been wearing all month, and I really have been enjoying it. It stays on really well. My skin doesn't look too dry. It's just a really nice combination of things. And like it's a probably medium to full coverage, this combination, which is what I like. I don't like light coverage, but I don't like it to be too heavy. So just very good, and you can sheer it out a little more by using a little more Dream Tone or adding moisturizer or luminizer, whatever you want to do, but getting off subject. Love these guys. A couple highlighters that I've been loving. I should also mention I've been obsessed with mixing. I'll talk about this first. This is the Makeup Revolution. It's dirty as always because it's always in my makeup bag. Always in my makeup bag. This is the Ultra Contour Palette, and the two highlighters. This white one I love for my inner corner, and I've mentioned it in a favorites before, and I use it all the time for an inner corner highlight. But I've been recently mixing this highlight right here, which is not quite as like stark and shimmery. It's beautiful though. It's like a nice champagne with this white one. I'm wearing it right now, and that combination is just like perfect because it's not too frosty white like this guy, but then it adds a punch of shimmer to this one, which I like a strong highlight, clearly. So just these two together, it's just, I literally just take my brush and like buff it back and forth between those two, and it's just, oh, it's been so good. Been obsessed with that. I mean, I know you can see it on my face right now, but right there. The other two highlighters that I've been using this month, I don't know if I've mentioned these much. These are the Anastasia Beverly Hills Illuminators. So I have mine in Starlight, which is the lightest one, and I knew I would love this guy. It's just really beautiful. But I love using this in combination with something else, like these two together is really beautiful. This one is So Hollywood, which is probably the most popular one. I do really want Riviera, but it seems a little dark for me, but I might just get it and mix it with something else. This one is just like bam. I've worn this as an eyeshadow as well. It reminds me a lot of the Laura Geller Gilded Honey, but like not quite as intense. This one's like a step down from that, but not that you can't make this one super intense. I should have wiped off my hand better. All right, I re-swatched these for you. So right here, this one is So Hollywood, this one is Starlight, and then down here is the combination of those two highlighters from the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour Palette mixed, just so you guys can get an idea of those three. Those actually look really similar. I didn't even notice. Those are so close. Look at that. Well, I guess if you don't want to shell out the money for this guy, that's a really close highlight. And it does last all day. I usually use a setting spray. I've been using the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix because I am out of my Urban Decay All-Nighter. But I have so many setting sprays, I'm going to try and use this sum up before I purchase that guy again. But I love the All-Nighter. It's probably my favorite. Oh, I have some lip products. Let's see. I'll go with 3 out of 4 are Colourpop. Are you surprised? I am not. I am not. I feel like I've already mentioned this. I probably mentioned this. It was probably my last favorites. I don't even remember what was my last favorites. That's what kind of month it has been. But this is Grunge, both the lippy pencil and lippy liner. I'll just swatch the lippy pencil. That's the same thing. Lippy stick and lippy liner. So I'll just swatch this guy. This is Grunge. I wore this in a lot of my recent videos. I love the scent of their lipsticks, but I just have been obsessed with this color. It stays on so well for hours and hours, and it's just perfect. I do like wearing gloss over it too, but even just on its own, it's beautiful. This one is a matte. So I know this is part of the fall collection. Hopefully it will be available for a while, but this is definitely one of my favorites of all time from Colourpop. And another Colourpop is the Ultra Matte Lip in More Better. This is one of their new 5 shades for fall SAP because they just restocked these guys, so hopefully they're still in stock. But this one is my favorite and one of my favorites of like life. I was going to wear this one instead of this red, but but I'm going to film that lip swatch video, so it'll be harder to get off than this will once it sets. So it's just so beautiful. It's just this really beautiful berry shade. So again, that one is No Better. It's one of the Ultra Matte lips from Colourpop. $6, like you can't beat it. That is just like beautiful. Perfect. It's perfect. I love it. And then the last thing, I've had this little guy for a while and I need to get a full size if I can find it. So this is Royale, I think is how you say it. K-I-R and then R-O-Y-A-L-E. It is one of the Buxom, it's one of their lip glosses. I love these so much. I've said that a million times. It's my favorite lip gloss formula of life that I have found. It's got a nice minty tingle. It is supposed to plump your lips. I do notice a little bit of plumping, but it's not a ton. I'm actually going to put it on over this, I think. I just love it. It just adds a perfect gloss. It's not too much. It adds a little bit of color. So you can wear it with a lighter lippy and it will just kind of make it a little more vampy. So it's definitely pigmented, but it's not one of those super pigmented glosses. So it will change the color of the lip product that you are wearing, but it won't cover it up, if that makes sense. I really love it. I love putting it over nudes. I wear it a lot with Tootsie, also from Colourpop. So yeah, definitely some of my favorite fall lippies. I need to put together a little video of my favorite fall lipsticks because it's my favorite. I think this is the last thing. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that I am missing out on. But this is Koosh from Colourpop. This is in the Forever Freshman set, one of their fall sets. I love pretty much every shade in this set, but this guy is my favorite. It's at the top. This and I Heart This are like, because I Heart This has always been my absolute favorite lid shade from Colourpop, but this one is just, oh, it's beyond beautiful. It's just like perfection. I can't even, can you see this? Look at that. It's one of their ultra metallics. There isn't any glitter in it, but it's just got the most beautiful, like taupey champagne sheen to it. Can you see that reflection of light? Oh, can't even. It's beautiful. Like, I hope that they sell it separately because I would love to get a backup of it. Oh my goodness, look at that. So beautiful. Anyway, I think that is everything for my September favorites. What were your top 5 favorites of the past month? Let me know down below. And please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and share it if you could because it does help me out so much. I will leave those tutorials from Glam Booth TV linked down below, or at least like their channel linked down below. So you can check those out if you would like. The makeup look that I was wearing in all of my last 5 videos, that makeup tutorial is on that channel. So please go check it out and give that a thumbs up so they know that you liked it. I would appreciate it so much. And I think that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you all so much. I'll talk to you soon.